What's good to the tribe? It's Wanaghi. Wanted to stop by and kind of talk with you guys today. But before we start, stop, hit the like button, and I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody's feeling safe, secure, and as healthy as can be. So today I just want to kind of pick you guys' brains and see what you're thinking and how you're feeling. But I kind of had some questions. What type of Aboriginal are you? What type of an American Indian are you? The reason I say this is people are doing genealogy. Are you a Indian by bloodline, or are you an Aboriginal by bloodline? Where you're just Aboriginal by bloodline? Or are you really Aboriginal? I was kind of thinking the other day, kind of scrolling through channels and just seeing how people react to different people. And you hear a lot of times Pan-Africans say, what's your traditions and customs and what did your people do?
Stop it. Get some help.
Well, I'll tell you this. By me doing genealogy and really looking into relatives and different things like that, a lot of people will understand they were farmers. They dealt with the earth. They dealt with nature. Your ancestors are the ones who farmed the lands, who built everything around you. So what's your culture? Because most time when people see their ancestors on the census, what are they? They're farmers, laborers, the backbone, the foundation. And let me say this. So I've been hearing a lot of people talk about FBA and things like that. The reason I don't trip off the name so much is because people are starting to check into their genealogy, if you understand what I mean. And one thing about it, when you check into it, we all realize this, if you really did your genealogy, that you'll find out everything is not what it seems. So guess what you start doing? You dig deeper and you dig deeper until your story becomes a whole or starts to become a whole. And then you can start to realize what happened in the past so you won't repeat it in the future. So again, I ask you, what are your traditions and cultures? What type of Aboriginal are you? What type of American Indian are you? Because we could just say this all day and show it by bloodline. But is that you as a person? Are you trying to learn how to deal with the land and deal with nature? You're Aboriginal, right? You're American Indian, right? Like I said in lives a long time ago, niggas are scared to go in the woods. You scared of bugs.
Go.
If I tell you to go out in the backyard and make a fire, could you make me a fire? Oh, you can.
We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
Why not? You're Aboriginal. You're American Indian. Why can't you make a fire? How come you don't know about these plants that are around you, or the trees? Are you just gonna grab the poison ivy and wipe your ass with it? I think we have become very complacent. We don't know what's going on. We act like we do, but we don't. I'll say this right. Everybody needs to right now, or if they go out today or tomorrow, go get them a lighter. A lighter. And keep it on you. I don't care if you smoke or don't smoke. And hopefully you don't smoke. That's the reason I was in the predicament I was in before. Because I smoked Newports and Potes and everything else. It's not an Indian thing. Being a smoker is not an Indian thing for real. Not with what they put in tobacco and things that we smoke now. Remember, we don't smoke from nature. Y'all can't roll no fucking cigars, nigga. No natural cigars from leaves out and putting your own stuff in it. We too dependent on shit. We too dependent on people. We want to get our people out of this, but we don't really have it set or in our brains what it should be done or what should be done. We talk a good game, but it's never a game where we follow it through. So again, I'll ask you, what type of Aboriginal are you? What type of American Indian are you? Are you just on paper? Are you really out here? And I'm not saying you gotta go to powwows and all this extra stuff. A lot of people say they don't have traditions or remember their traditions. But guess what? You have a family tribe. You can start new traditions. New traditions. One thing me and my wife and my family are trying to do is start our own traditions, regardless if we have old ones or not. We want to make our own. Hey, my son will always know a little bit about us and be able to hold us with him when he's older and his children get old. They'll have these traditions that we instilled in him when he was young. Like it's really no time to waste for real. And I'm not even talking about this as a collective, as an individual or individuals. What are you doing to be Aboriginal? What are you doing to be American Indian? Are you just coming in chats? Feathers up? Or are you just actually putting forth effort to learn these things? Remember, I say survival is the key. Say a crazy ass scenario happens and the world is pushed backwards, where we have to deal and fend for ourselves. Would you survive? Or would you turn into a crazy person out here robbing and stealing and killing other people to get what's yours? Or would you be able to maintain yourself without doing that? People say they ready for war when people don't even know survival. Like I say, you're scared to go in the woods. You wouldn't know what to eat if it was right in front of your face. Or what to use. But we out here screaming and saying every which way that we Aboriginal, that we're American Indian. And granted, it's a lot of people out here doing gardens and doing all these things that I talk about. And shout out to them, because they're putting forth the effort to learn and actually put these things into their daily activities. But I don't want to keep you guys too long. I just wanted to ask that and see what you felt about it. What type of Aboriginal are you? And I'll put a definition or something up on the screen of Aboriginal. and of American Indian. But I'll leave it at that. What type of Aboriginal are you? What type of American Indian are you? Are you just American Indian on paper? Are you just Aboriginal on paper? Are you just saying it and you don't got paper or nothing at all? Or are you actually trying to put forth effort to learn things your ancestors did? Would you say you don't know anything your ancestors used to do? When mostly all of you guys can look on the census and see your relatives were farmers, laborers. They dealt with the land. They dealt with nature. They dealt with animals. They dealt with this place, period. As far as the Americas, building. So trust me, you have a lot of things going. It's just we don't remember or we don't know. But I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, definitely share. If you mess with me, definitely support the channel. Feathers up, tribe up, wise up, rise up.
Well, you know, we got Indian in our family. I know my mother's hot on her side,
Oh, I know my mother's hot on her side,